This is Rob Humphrey, and we are talking with Son Little, otherwise known as Aaron Livingston. And how are you today?
I'm doing all right.
Earlier in your career, I guess you're most notable for having worked with The Roots and RJD2, which is very difficult for me to say. What was that experience like, and how did you get involved with those guys?
Kind of fell in. Those were great experiences, of course, both of them. You know, Philly's got an amazing, vibrant musical community. Everybody kind of, it's got a big city, small town kind of thing. So everybody knows each other and is very supportive. So kind of fell into it.
So you're starting to make a name for yourself working with those guys, and then all of a sudden you decide to take on a new name and do your own thing. Was that a hard decision to make? I mean, it seems like you could have been collaborating with all these different people and had a pretty nice career for yourself.
Yeah, I think I probably wrung my hands about it a little bit, but, one morning I kind of woke up and the sun was shining and I felt like time to do something a little bit different.
Something maybe your own this time around?
Yeah.
The name Son Little sort of invokes a Mississippi Delta blues vibe. It immediately draws to mind Son House. Is that where that came from?
I didn't think about that beforehand. Of course, once somebody else mentioned it, it made a lot of sense to me. I've always really enjoyed that type of music. I'm playing the guitar. I'm drawn to that style of music, but it's not something I was really consciously thinking about when I took the name.
And your EP is out now, Things I Forgot. Is this the first work that was solely your vision?
Yeah.
And was going into that process and knowing that this was all on you, was that something that was scary or liberating?
Liberating, definitely.
Yeah.
I guess it should always be a little bit of fear. I think it's no fun if there's nothing to overcome. I think there's a little bit of fear, but at the end of the day, it's just music. I've been making music and making noise all my life, so keep doing what I know how to do.
Just real quick, could you talk about maybe your approach to writing and how you approach making music?
My approach is kind of a attack from all directions. I don't really have a set way, or maybe a better way to put it is I have ever-increasing number of methods of how I approach something.
So everything just sort of grows organically on its own?
Yeah, that could be, a word or a phrase or just a concept, or it could be some chords on a guitar or a drum beat or what have you. It's just wherever it comes from, I just try to follow the muse.
This week, our WTTS free download of the week is your song, The River. Do you happen to remember what sparked that?
Really the clapping, I wanted to do something that was fast.
Mm-hmm.
I had the idea for something that was really based around hand claps, and I put those hand claps in, and off to the races. I barely remember the rest.
So it came together fairly easily for you?
Yeah, that's my other theory of if it's not easy, don't do it.
Right. Now, I would imagine, though, some of the stuff has to be a little harder to get to come together the way you want it to.
Yeah, well, I think, once you get down a path and the decisions get smaller, it gets a little bit more difficult. You might try something that, doesn't quite work. It's like if you're doing a puzzle, you're missing the last few pieces. Sometimes you get stuck. But, for the most part, I think it should be, you want something that flows naturally, for it to feel right. So I think sometimes when you get stuck, it's better to walk it away or put something away for a little bit and come back to it later,
Right. You've reinvented yourself. You wanted to do something that was all your own. It's out there in the world now. Are you happy with the results?
Yeah, so far. It's not over yet.
Right.
So far, so good. I haven't exactly known what to expect. I don't think anybody did.
What are you up to now? Are you on the road, or are you getting ready for something else?
No, I'm actually home for a little bit, working on the last few tunes for the next project.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I guess I'm part recording, part writing, part mixing.
Wow, going through all of it together, huh?
Yeah, I think, there's always a little bit of adjustments, and I'm always writing something. I don't feel great if I haven't written something in the past couple of weeks. If I haven't written anything, I start to feel antsy, so I'm always writing something.
Yeah, is that now just a process in your head, if nothing else?
I think so. Just, there's a lot of ideas in there, and I want to get them out.
I appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time, and good luck on the next project. We're all looking forward to it, all right?
I appreciate it.
All right, great. Have a good one.
You too.